Hello everyone, Shirley here. Today I thought we'd do something just for the fun of it. With Shadowlands upon us in about a week, I figured I would try to abuse the Azerite system one last time and the imbalance of Prepatch in and of itself. So today we're going to be trying some 1v2 arenas. These are just skirmishes though, so don't take anything you see in this video too seriously. This was just more to see if I could do it really, because it sounded fun at the time. On screen here, these are the talents that I'm generally running for these 1v2s. I like Dreadnought instead of Anger Management because you're going to be using, or the matches are going to be much quicker. Also, I was speccing out a Storm of Destruction for most of these for the extra Rage on Charge, and that was simply to fuel more Ignore Pains, because the name of the game is all about staying alive. This first match I'm loading into, my partner didn't load in, so I wasn't sure what I was fighting here. It's a Fury Warrior and a Feral Druid. Gladius is bugged out. And the next match is coming up. Anytime my partner does load in, they're either hiding in the corner, AFKing out, or, if they're just leaving. They're not doing anything, so it's just me in here, no buffs or anything. And to get the ball rolling, we're going to go ahead and just pop Arbor cooldowns on that Fury Warrior because I didn't know what was, with him in stealth, so I wanted to get him out of the way as fast as possible. I disarmed his recklessness, so, negated much of his burst there. And then when we swapped to the Feral Druid when he comes out, I saw the bike coming in, the trinket, so I wanted to parry before that hit me. Speaking of trinkets, they're all getting nerfed across the board this week for the BFA trinkets, which is kind of odd that they're just now doing that. As well as the next beta build, they are nerfing pretty much all the problematic PvE trinkets coming up in Shadowlands, which I am very glad to hear. I'm tired of Claw and Drestagath in every single match. So, speaking of which, I was not using Drestagath for these games. I was using just on-use CC Break trinkets and the Wrathion trinket, the one with the dragon wings. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. Second match here, Shadow Priest, Feral Druid. We actually ran into these guys a ton. This is just the first game in a series of matches because I just did this one night when it, just wanted to see if I could pull off some things. I did learn that anytime you're fighting double caster or double ranged, it was definitely a lot harder. Didn't win very many of those, frankly. Anytime it was a mix between a melee and a caster, you had a pretty good shot, and double melee especially. Anytime the Arms Warrior can cleave. This next game here, double sub-rogue, smoke bomb, not sure what he was going with there. I just wanted to Blade Storm immediately here because they didn't grab that first stun, so I wanted to, negate as much as their opener as I could, and luckily I got a slam proc right off the gate and just obliterated that one guy. And this guy, I don't know why he blinded me and then decided to reopen. He should have just ran away probably there. But anyway, next game is versus our Shadow Priest and Feral Druid friend again. After the night was over, I felt kind of bad killing these guys over and over again. I wasn't sure what they were doing. But I'm going to start off on the Shadow Priest once more here. Get in there as fast as I can. I don't want that Druid to stun me at range if I can help it. I'm not really worried about the Siphene like I normally would be because there's nobody healing me. And I don't think it's affecting Ignore Pain. I could be wrong about that, but I wasn't really too concerned with it. I wanted to just chase down this Priest, save my fear for the Feral Druid. I'm not sure why he ran off at the beginning of the match there. He probably should have just stuck on me and got as much pressure as he could. He's also not playing Thorns, which would have made this considerably harder. I forgot to spec out of Disarm here. I'm so used to playing with Conflict and Strife all the time now that I just have it. And back in Classic in the old days, you just had it anyway. But yeah, I try to spec out of that more often than not because I don't think it does anything versus Feral Druids these days. Used to be able to disarm casters and stuff to just get rid of their stat sticks, but I don't think that does that anymore. Anyway, next match, we got a Warrior and an Athlock, and I just want to start off on the Warlock, of course. Drag the Warrior in, cleave him. This Warlock probably shouldn't have used his gate immediately there, and then poured it back. I mean, I guess it worked out for him, but he should have lined me there. But, yeah. So I got plenty of mobility to get back on him. I'm going to be using Sweeping Strikes as much as possible in these games. Anytime you get a Slam proc or you have Sharpened Blade up, you want to hit both targets with it especially. Because there's a lot of self-healing in Arena, so Sharpened Blade is still seeing pretty good value, I think. So this warrior here, I forced out the parry, and I just wanted to walk away from him. There's no reason to try and fight that especially after, you know, dropping both overpower charges. So we got him down. Run into our Shadow Priest, Feral Druid again here. The Shadow Priest, I think he's probably like yelling at his teammate to pounce me or something here. He's just running in circles, but I don't think he got it again. I'm going to open up with the Storm Bolt pretty much every time just to negate any kind of response out of my opponent, was the general idea. He's going to disperse immediately, and then they're both going to run away. I think, yeah. The Feral Druid probably should have stuck around, burnt his wall, but, you know, it is what it is. These were just fun games. That reminds me, I wanted to say what I was using in this. I'm using 3 Crushing Assault traits, of course, because it's broken. And I'm using 1 Lord of War for the extra rage on your Warbreaker. And then I'm using 1 Bastion of Might from Protection, so you can get a free Ignore Pain when you use your avatar, which, by the way, that Ignore Pain will stack with your normal Ignore Pain, so if you have the Rage, you can just double it up to get the cooldown rolling on the normal Ignore Pain. Really good. And then the last one was another prot trait called Bloodsport that just adds a little bit of extra absorption to your Ignore Pain, just to stay in the fight as long as I could. This next game here, Double Demon Hunter. Now, historically, I wouldn't have guessed I could ever beat this as an arms warrior, but it turned out okay at the end, so, you know, it was a fun match. Beforehand, they would always have Blade Dance dodge, you know, every 5 seconds, which basically made this impossible. Even in a 1v1, it was really hard just to be a good Demon Hunter because of the Blade Dance iframes, basically, for arms warriors. Anything melee, but, you know, they don't have that anymore, and I'm pretty sure they took that out of meta as well, so yeah, being that they're in leather now, it's not too bad fighting DHs. Last match here versus our Shadow Priest Feral Druid. I felt kind of bad by this point. I felt they didn't really know what to do about me here, but we're gonna go ahead and open up on the Shadow Priest once more. The Feral Druid here, he used his Survival Instincts, but then he just backed off. He had Survival Instincts up and Bark Skin, and like I feared him there, but he was just backpedaling, so these guys probably aren't particularly experienced. I'm sorry if they actually are, I don't know. But yeah, I wanted to go ahead and swap back over to the Priest as soon as he came up, and I assume they're both like trying to take turns here and run away and heal, but you know, the name of the game, especially in a no-healer fight, is just do as much damage as fast as possible, you know, so we get a nice juicy slam crit at the end there. This match, this was Paladin Marksman Hunter. Anytime I ran into a Marksman Hunter, it was rough, because they always start in stealth, and they hit off this really big wombo combo. So I've got half health immediately out of the gate here, down to 20%. The Paladin Bubbles, the Hunter Turtles, and spoiler, I do lose this game. I just wanted to show off, you know, just how far you could stretch this as an arms warrior by yourself. So we get the Ret Paladin down, get it up another Ignore Pain, get the Victory Rush off, disarm the Hunter, fear his pet away. So, like, there's no damage coming in here, but there's not a lot I can really do with, you know, like 5% health left. I get off one more Ignore Pain before the end, but couldn't quite get him. If I'd have got a Slam proc at the end there, maybe I could have won it, but wasn't to be. Last match of the day is Marksman Hunter Sub Rogue, and I queued into these guys a few times, and yeah, it was basically the same situation. If I couldn't get him out of stealth beforehand, then it was just, there was no chance. But this time around, I caught the Hunter, who was able to stop his opener and kill him relatively quickly. The Rogue evaded, you know, like he should, and that's another reason why Dreadnought is so nice, is because you get 2 charges of it for evasion on Rogues. You can hit through it, and the Seismic Wave also hits them through it. It's a lot of nice pad damage in between when they've got evasion up. You could just, you know, fear him, run away, etc., but he's going to stealth here, as Rogues do, at 30%, and get all of his health back. I think it's funny, I'm running around here for a while just waiting on him to open or for the eye to spawn, and I have less health than him when he comes out of stealth again, which is kind of funny. Maybe I should have, well, no, I don't think I don't think Second Wind would have helped me here. Defensive stance was pretty key to make this work, just sitting in it pretty much the whole time since you have no healer. Yes, you're doing less damage, but you want to just drag every fight out as long as possible is what I'd say anytime your back's against the wall as a warrior. So he's going to go ahead and open up on me, 100% health again. I'm going to overlap his stun with mine. I got kind of lucky there that, you know, the latency let us both do that. He's going to run away again once I disarmed him. We got a slam proc to seal the deal, though, so that's all she wrote. Next week, launch week, hopefully everything goes smoothly. I will see you guys then. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of content coming for Shadowlands, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Bye.